Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 584 of our trek, and today is Motivation Monday. We are hiking a series of trails called the Tools in Gramps' Backpack. Each Monday, for a total of 20 weeks, we will explore a different tool that is needed to motivate and equip parents and grandparents to train their children and grandchildren to be successful on their trek of life. If you don't have children or grandchildren of your own, use these tools to train others that you do influence. Today is the 15th tool from Gramps' Backpack, and it is fairness. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. When this trek is released, I will be back in Arizona for a week to continue our work on a construction project there. If all goes as planned, I will invest much of the time this week preparing the contract for Phase 2. If the contract is accepted, we should be able to move forward with construction within the next 60 days. One conclusion I have come to over my many years of observation in business, and indeed in all of life, that life is just not always fair. Not everyone has the same perspective about life, and when they don't, it usually stems back to a lack of ethics, lack of compassion, and lack of understanding when dealing with others. As parents, grandparents, and mentors to others, we need to teach those that we impact that life is not always fair, while still teaching and practicing fairness in our own lives and interactions in all areas of life as we deal with others. While others in life itself may not always be fair, the tool that we want to use in our own lives and then pass on to our children, grandchildren, and others is that tool of fairness. You make many decisions every day, and as much as humanly possible, you need to be fair with everyone, including yourself. You need to be savvy but fair to manage all the affairs of daily life, including the affairs of your family. With all the political correctness and situational ethics that seem to drive most decisions today, where can you turn for deciding what is fair and what is not? Sometimes it's very confusing. But Gramps' backpack that contains all the tools that we are exploring is God's Word, the Bible. It is God's timeless guide for decision making and being fair in the decisions that we must make every day. This applies to your dealings with your family members, your friends, associates, and even in your business decisions. In Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1, King Solomon told us what God expects in business, but this also applies to all of life. The Lord detests the use of dishonest scales, but He delights in accurate weights. In other words, we need to be truthful and fair in all of our interactions. Instead of being anxious or fretting over whether your decision-making is fair in all your dealings, go to the Bible for guidance, especially the book of Proverbs for practical, everyday tips on many of life's issues. As parents or grandparents, it can be very tough to be fair in every situation, but as much as possible, you need to pass on a balanced fairness to those that you teach and train. Jesus should be the preeminent one in our lives, and because of this, we should practice His teachings. We should love each other, submit to each other, and treat each other as fairly as Jesus taught us. A sound practice from Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17 gives us this brief outline. Learn to do good, seek justice, help the oppressed, defend the cause of orphans, fight for the right of widows. In other words, to take care of others and to be fair to everyone. It could be said that every person is as holy and full of the Spirit as they choose to be. A person may not be as full as they wish to be, but they are as full as they desire to be. The prophet Micah gave us this template to live a life that displays fairness to all in chapter 6, verse 8. Know, O people, the Lord has told you what is good, and this is what He requires of you, to do what is right, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Now, on a personal level, I would rather be taken advantage of in most situations if it extends the opportunity to be fair and loving to others. It would be better for us to adopt the practices taught by Jesus than having someone believe that we were unfair or took advantage of them. In Matthew chapter 5, verses 38 through 42, Jesus instructed us, "You have heard the law that says the punishment must match the injury, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the evil person. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, offer the other cheek also. If you are sued in court and your shirt is taken from you, give your coat too. If the soldier demands that you carry his gear for a mile, carry it 2 miles. Give to those who ask, and do not turn away from those who want to borrow." When you are training your children, grandchildren, and others how to be fair with everyone, you would do well to choose gentleness. Nothing of value needs to be won by force. Choose to be gentle and only raise your voice to praise another. Instead of clenching your fists, fold your hands in prayer. If you make a demand, may it be only on yourself. And with these thoughts in mind, we will conclude our trek for today and close Gramps' backpack. But before I do, I will pass this tool of fairness on to you. Once you have this tool in your backpack, it is up to you to daily practice being fair with everyone that you deal with. As you teach your children, grandchildren, and others how to be fair in all ways, you will also be training them how to live the rich and satisfying life which is available to each of us. Next Monday, we will investigate the 16th tool in Gramps' backpack, which is renewal. On tomorrow's trek, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you on becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. Thank you for joining me on this trek that we call life. And encourage your friends and family to join us and to come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks or read their associated journals, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe on iTunes or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.